Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Adventure Time, Season 6, Episodes 25 and on. I say that because I don't know exactly how many episodes we're going to do today. I'm saying at least 2 or 3. Because this is going to be our last Adventure Time for a bit. We are going to be taking a break and coming back to it just so, you know, as with everything, we don't end up becoming just overwhelmed by the series and everything. Because with a lot of shows, it's like you watch too much of it in a row, at least for me. And it's just like it can become kind of old, and it's like maybe I just don't have a great attention span. I don't want to get burnt out, simply put. So we're going to, before that could even happen, even though we're just coming back to it after years, we are going to take a break again here. But we will be right back to it. We're obviously not dropping it or anything. We will be coming right back to it. So we're just going to take a break, check out something else in the meantime, come right back. So, we're going to do a few episodes today, and then when we come back, we will be doing multiple episodes every week, unless something happens to where I can not record multiple a week. But hopefully that doesn't happen too often. The plan is that when we come back, we'll do multiple episodes each week. So yeah, last we left off, we had a pretty big notable episode. So I don't know where we're going to go from here. I don't know if we're going to get more notable episodes, if we're going to go back to kind of generic stuff. I don't know. All I know is, how do you kind of follow that up, especially when there's still quite a few episodes of this season? That very much feels almost kind of like a season premiere or season finale episode. So I don't know what they're going to do from here on out with this season. I guess we'll just have to see. But I'm definitely interested to see how this ends. Hopefully we end off on a good note before we take our break. And that way when we come back, we can just get right back into the thick of it in a very good, exciting way. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's check this out, see what we got in store, and enjoy. And in the afterthoughts, that I will talk about what will be replacing it for the time being, and we'll cover that all at that point. But for the time being, let's just check this out, see what we got. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, yeah, they did not stop the train of important episodes with this. After last week's episode, like I said in the pre-thoughts, I was wondering, like, are they going to continue with big important episodes, or are they going to just cut back and focus on some more slice of life stuff? And the first one of these definitely, well, actually both of them kind of did a little of both. Obviously slice of life situations and everything, but with important plot related shit interwoven in. So with the first one here, Finn has this out-of-body experience thanks to the comet coming to them. He ends up going throughout Ooh and seeing all of these different characters we know and just going about their lives and everything. and sees that some of them are quite sad, and that they're using that sadness for creative endeavors and to get through life and whatnot. He ends up, his, I guess, spirit floats into space and reaches Mars, where he ends up seeing Glob die. They sacrifice themselves to divert the comet, which we find out is actually Finn's father. So it's not the same comet that apparently keeps resurrecting every so often. Like, they mentioned that it was like kind of out of time and off course and everything. So it's like, I guess that's why it's not actually the comet this time. But it raises a lot of questions. That's obviously going to be very important. We'll see how that comes to play. But the second episode here was actually much more interesting. We focus on Sweet Pea and his first days of school. The reincarnated lich and child of Mr. Pig and Tree Trunks is as sweet and nice as they come, but ends up getting like roped into a scam by the King of Ooh and Toronto, his attorney. And they trick Sweet Pea into basically helping them rob people without his knowledge. And Sweet Pea ends up finding out about this, so they confront him and chase him down and threaten to burn down the orchard and everything. And that's when his lich powers come out to play. This is definitely something that was going to happen. The lich side of him was going to come back. And it doesn't look like it's a permanent thing or anything. It's just, he was kind of pushed into it. It's kind of like deep inside of him, and if he's pushed too far, it can reemerge. And I definitely think that's going to come into play again. That seems way too important with how big of a villain the Lich was. So seeing him scare the absolute bejesus out of the King of Ooh in Toronto by showing them that the dawn of time featured all these horrific monsters and shit, including himself. Like, he basically said, he says without saying, the entire show don't tell rule of television and movies and all, that he was one of those monsters that existed predating time, before everything else. And so that's really, really interesting. And probably he didn't exist necessarily in the exact same form as he had back when, like, I don't know, what was that, season 2 or 3 or something like that? It's probably not like he was in his same lich form, because he was the comet, right? The one that came and caused the post-apocalypse in the first place, or whatever it was, comet or bomb or whatever, something like that. During the Mushroom War, you know what I mean. Because, it had this shape, it's like aura or smoke or whatever was in the shape of the Lich's horns and stuff. It's been a while, clearly. But yeah, it's like, so he's existed in some form or another, is what he's saying. And seeing Sweet Pea's face contort into that lich face was horrific and amazing. It's why I used it as the thumbnail. Definitely a strong episode to end on, and that's why I ended there instead of going into a third episode. I think that was just where we needed to end it, since we're going to be taking a break. It just felt right. It just felt like a huge episode to end on. and was legitimately fantastic. This is the kind of shit I love with this series. Shit that goes dark, but also is extremely important to the story and the overall world building of this, well, world and universe. Not just the land of Oo. And both of these episodes had two very big things. With not only with the Lich in this one and everything kind of rearing his head again, but also with Glob dying. These are very big developments. And the fact that they happen back to back concerns me in the best way possible, if that makes any sense. The fact that back to back we get Glob dying and then the Lich re-emerging. Could that be hinting at something? I kind of hope it is. I mean, I don't really think, unless I'm forgetting something, which is possible, I don't really think they have anything specifically to do with each other. But there could be something to that. Nonetheless, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, we are going to be taking a break, just like I said in the pre-thoughts, so I don't get burnt out or whatnot. We've done over 10 episodes since we came back, and it's about that point where it's like, I did say I think we were going to end after episode 28 originally, but I decided we're just going to end it a little early. And like I said, when we come back, we'll be doing multiple episodes each time, pretty much, so it'll help us get caught up quicker that way anyway. But yeah, I think it's the right time, and especially after that episode. So we will be coming back to this. We're just going to take a break, watch something else for a bit, and then come back to it right after. And now is the reveal for what that is going to be. So, like I said, like I had said previously, when just talking about other stuff, I want this year to be a year that I get back to certain shows. A year that or actually, I don't think I talked about this yet. No, I talk about this in a video that you haven't seen yet. Sorry. So, I want 2022 to be a year where I get back to certain shows that I either dropped for the wrong reasons or just have always meant to get back to but never did. I talk about this in a video that you'll see later on this week. So, today, I'm going to announce that starting next week, we are going to be getting back to OKKO, Let's Be Heroes. Because this is, again, it's a show I've wanted to get back to. And since we're entering a new year, again, I think it's just the right time to start getting back to old shit that we used to react to that I really want to get back to. And OKKO is definitely one of them. While not the perfect show, while it has some episodes I don't like, you could say that about almost any show. I still very much enjoy it. It's fun. It's witty. It has Enid. That's a good enough reason. Seriously, Enid's great. Oh, and Shannon. I almost forgot Shannon. Like, fuck, I can't forget Shannon. But seriously, it's like, I really like the show, and I've wanted to get back to it because we've only done one season of it. We need to get to season 2 of OKKO on this channel. I don't even remember. Let me check real quick. I don't remember when the last time we actually did OKKO was. It's got to have been a couple years. Yeah, I'm seeing 2019. Because it looks like I did episodes 43 to 52, which would be season 1, in June of 2019. And that and based on how this goes on my video feed, it usually shows the most recent first. Yeah, scrolling down, it's all before that. So yeah, it's been a couple years, over 2 years, 2.5 years basically. since I reacted to OKKO. And again, it's something I always planned to come back to. It's something I always planned to get back to into season 2 and just never did. But now we'll be able to. Now we're going to. So yeah, starting next week, we will get to OKKO season 2. And then after that, because we're obviously not going to do the full season in one go. So when we end up taking a break from that, we'll come back to Adventure Time. And then we'll probably go to OKKO again after that. So kind of like switch back and forth. So yeah, I definitely think this is the right place to take a break from Adventure Time on, though, after 3 big episodes in a row. And there might even be more. The next episode might be big too, but I think after that one, that is a good place to leave off. Just because, again, how epic and frightening it was. So yeah. We will be back to Adventure Time before you know it. We're not going to take years away again. But again, because I want this year to be a year we get back to older shows, we are going to be getting back to, we are going to be getting to OKKO starting next week. Right away with season 2, right into season 2. So I'm excited. Tell me your thoughts down below on these 2 episodes we reacted today of Adventure Time Season 6. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.